everybody, it's Dag908, and I'll be doing a video review for Prototype 2 while we're going over the presentation, the gameplay, and the core game itself, and why that Biobomb butt kicker is so freaking amazing. Like, look at that. Some serious distance right there. Jeez. Right off the bat, I'll be talking about the video presentation itself. Prototype 2, it has a very deliciously beautiful, eye-popping menu system where you can go in there and select your powers or check out the evolution of the powers that you have coming up. The menus in this game is seriously something to behold. It's definitely a breath of fresh air compared to most video game menus where you just scroll through and it's next to nothing and nothing exciting to see. In this one, they pretty much have it quite beautifully laid out. Now, with the gameplay and everything, the game itself is quite beautiful. Although when you see the backdrop of the city, it does look kind of like there's a fog to it and it's not really pretty. But when you traverse around New York itself, it's really something to behold. It's actually a quite detailed game. Okay, we all know Prototype 2 is condensed to mostly fighting, correct? They bring a lot of the powers back from the first game, being the blade, as you can see here, where you can use to chop up your enemies. Or if you want to clear the air a bit, you can use Whip Fist, which is a really good tool to use when clearing out a bunch of little subordinate enemies, and even, you know, attack things at a distance. But my favorite power-up, so to speak, is the Hammer Fist that they brought back from the original as well. We can really use it to clear out a lot of area and cause a lot of damage. But if that's not your forte and you just want to be a real badass, you can pick up weapons right off of tanks or helicopters and then just use them as your own, as you can use them quite efficiently to take out other vehicles. Or you say screw it all and finish off a tank or helicopter with a pretty nice finishing move. But after fighting, you will level up and you'll be able to select which stat increase you want to go in here, where you have all the standard stuff. But if you want to further increase your repertoire, be on the lookout for people with a flexed arm like that. If you consume them, be it monsters or regular enemies, you'll be able to upgrade your certain skills. Like for instance, the Hammer Fist upgrade right here. I consumed him and now my fists are a lot heavier. The way you can level up or either just obtain powers through the Blacknet side quest. It's a great way for you to go out there and achieve different power-ups, because once you complete each Blacknet mission within a set, you receive a certain mutation, be it increased health or a boost to your power upgrades. The normally simple missions, in this case here I'm just collecting cargo with the time limit of course, but each one you pick up increases your time limit a little bit. Sometimes throughout these missions though, you'll get to the end and it'll be a little twist for you, so to speak. Like here, one of the guys, he intercepted one of the cargoes I was supposed to pick up, and then eventually have to chase him down. But after dispatching him quite quickly, you finish the mission and you move up the ranks of that Blacknet set list. Upon completion, you do indeed receive a power. Finally, you can't forget the RadNet events. Developers put these in here so that you can do little nice events and get pretty good rewards. For instance, every now and then they'll be releasing a new set of things to do. The first set I easily completed, not necessarily easily, but it is completed. And at the end of it, you do get a nice power-up and a developer's diary, vlog, so to speak. But once you finish all of them, you do receive a very nice upgrade, so to speak. Sadly, with the story, there's not much going on here. Although in the live action trailer it did seem to have a very revenge heavy set thing, and he felt a lot for his family, you don't really see anything until the later end of the game.
I read an article in Cosmo.
Dana, I have to ask you something, and I know it's out of left field, but listen, you have to stay safe, because if I'm gone, I need you to take care of Maya.
What? James, I would never know where to begin to... I don't even know...
There's no one else. I've got no one else.
And pretty much after that, it's just butt-busting, manly sailor talk after that. But for the most part, it is just a fun game. Don't forget, it is an action game. They did try to put the whole sentimental feeling into it, but like I said, only a handful of times you actually feel the real sentimental value to things. There's few moments in the game really close to the end where he actually shows the care. But other than that, the man's just out there killing people.
How's my little girl? I don't know. There's a lot of variables. Another 6 months, maybe. I know. I love you too. Jesus Christ, Riley! You should wear a fucking bell!
Sorry.
Those who's returning from Prototype 1, this game does have a really good way of showing you what all Black Watch and Gentek was really all about. Through all the many web of intrigues that you get in this one, they're a lot easier to come by as opposed to the one before, but you really get to learn a lot of the dirt that goes on with Gentek and Black Watch, like I said, and really see what those organizations is all about. So if you're kind of new to the series, you might be kind of lost in that sense. And coming back from Prototype 1, you'll definitely get to see a lot of the things that go on in Black Watch and Gentek, and it's really quite interesting to say the least.
Yeah, I'm here. Where are you?
Right behind you, you son of a bitch! You must think I'm dumb as fuck!
Prototype 2 is far from a perfect game, but what it does right, it does right well. It's really fun, there's lots of power-ups, there's lots of ways you can fight your enemies, and it's just one of those games you can have mindless fun for. You know, if you want to look at it in that aspect, it's perfect, in my opinion. It's more or less GTA, but with superpowers instead. Because sometimes shooting people is cool, but there's just nothing like, you know, smashing some random poor innocent victim with God knows what. Now, the whole game, on a whole, it's really for the people who like this kind of thing. There's many things for you to do. There's lots of side quests. The presentation's pretty good. The story may not all be there, but for the most part, the story's there for the returning veterans who really want to know more about the game. On the whole, I love to say that this game is definitely a game that I would recommend people to come and pick up. There's lots of things in it for you. It's, like I said, it's just a whole bunch of fun. You actually feel really powerful in this game. With all the upgrades and things that you get, all the stuff you can do, the fact that you command some of the infected out there with an ability called Pack Leader, it's just one of those things that you just love to see in a video game that isn't really incorporated too much. I'm glad that they put it in this game, and all in all, I will say this. I'm not a man who normally goes out and gives the highest approval of things, but you guys can go ahead and be rest assured that this game is fantastic. I give Prototype 2 9 big hammer fists out of 10. DAC approved.